Hello everyone, welcome back Trends and Support. So I'm mainly using Trendline to take any decisions of my trade. So you can see the all levels I have given the previous videos, and you may check this accuracy of this call also, that means the levels. And now we have to check about this next a few days and next week's levels of Nifty. Now this one is around 30 minutes. That's only for the Nifty on the Monday moment. So I will explain the latter part in the 4 hour chart to find the nearest support and resistance of this in a few days. That means in the coming weeks, coming days also. So the current moment, the Nifty gave a breakdown here. That means 24 420 range, and it was close near to this support. That means 24 340 range. So and we had a low around 24 336 range. That was the previous support in the 4 hour. Now if we slip this one, it can move towards further 24 290 300 to 295. That's a very crucial for this falling channel. You can see the falling channel of this one. So if we close below, that means cross and slip below, then we will have a more downside. Now I will explain this one in 4 hour, the downside supports and downside target I will explain. Now we have to check in the upside. That means if any bounce back from here, we have a strong resistance here. That means around 24 420 range. So if we fell here, that means here, and if then we bounce back, then this resistance will change towards this range. That means around 24 430 to 440 range. And you can see this range, that means around 440 range will be the very strong resistance for the current market. And the upside, if any movement above this one, then we can move towards around here. That means 24 520 to 550 range. So this will be very strong because you can see this line, that is the current resistance for the Nifty. Sorry, so current resistance of the Nifty falling channel. So if we need to close above, that means 24 540 above, then only we will get an upside from the Nifty. So the current movement of the Nifty is continuously falling. You can see it was making a lower highs, then again here lower highs, then again lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. That is the clear cut of downside falling of Nifty. That means the weakness of any stocks or any index, that will makes as like a lower highs. Now we can go to check these downside targets or otherwise downside supports in 4 hour chart. We have to check this 4 hour chart for current downside movement towards any support or targets. So I'm having a small support, that means 24 250 to 260 range. Below this one, we will move towards here around 180 range, 180 185 range. So this will be a small support for Nifty. That means in the intraday level. So if we fell below this 24 330 336, then 300, that means 295 below, then we have a downside movement towards 24 255 and 24 180. Then this can move towards 24 130 to 34 range. And next level will be mostly 24030 range. So in my previous video I already mentioned that if we close below 24 600 range, then we will have a downside target around 24 380. Then this can move towards 24 140 or 130 range. So we already moved downside half of the way. That means 24 330 already met the downside target. Now most important targets are here. That means in the supports are here. That is 24 130 to 40 range, then downside 2400 to 24030 range. So let's see in the next coming days how this one Nifty will moves, and Nifty is continuously falling, and the border markets, that means the Trump tariff and all are against the index movement, and even the Nifty earnings also not good. That means a lot of Nifty 50 stocks are not giving a good result as well. And you can use these levels for trading as well. That means if you want to buy P and shorting Nifty, this is spot level, you can use this one, and once break 24 330 336 range, you can aim for the downside target as given here. And even we break this 24 295 to 90 range, then you can have this 4 hour chart. I already mentioned some supports downside. That means that one you can aim as your targets. For the current level, you can use the stop loss as here. That means above 24 420 range. Otherwise, you can move a little more downside below this. That means around here. This was the previous breakdown. That means 24 388 range. That means above this 24 390 or something you can use for as a stop loss, and aim for the downside target. And once you break some of the supports, that means target after meeting, and you can trial your stop loss. Otherwise, you can book partially and hold for this downside target. That means in the final it could be like it might be around 240302. Otherwise 24 130 to 140 range you can aim as your target. I hope you get my view levels in the Nifty. Bank Nifty, I already mentioned this last video that we will have a slightly positive above this 55 550, but we need to cross above this one. That means 55 670 above, and you can see that we made a high of 55 650, and we didn't close this one, and that after that you can see the sell off from here, and we were in a support around here. That means 55090 range, and below this one I already mentioned that we have a 55,000 as a small support, and last Friday it was closed below around this same support, and it fell below the closing time. That's not a good sign for the next week's movement. And after that I mentioned the previous video that we will head towards 54 730 range. So now the bank Nifty, if not close above this 55 100, then mostly we will have to test next support. That means 54 735 to 40. Then this can move towards 54 430 to 440. That means 54,444 range. So most probably we will have a big sell off here to get that means the next target. So I am expecting 54 440 range for the next target. And for this one you have to use a stop loss above this one. That means 54 120 or 130 range. For the if you are shorting or buying PE, you have to keep above this one as your stop loss. So I hope you get an idea about Nifty and Bank Nifty move or in levels for the coming weeks. So if you like this video, you can share to your friends, and don't forget to click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.